The movie begins with a fire couple landing in a new city filled with people of different elements. Turns out the fire couple are immigrants that cannot speak the English, as it says approved for immigration. We then start to find out the fire couple is the only fire element in the city and gets treated differently due to their appearance.
Damn, this guy's looking in pure disgust.
So it turns out the fire wife is pregnant, and we see the fire couple is rejected everywhere they go when they try to find a place to live. So they settle for a worn-out, dirty home outside of the city.
For context, the director is Korean and actually came from an immigrant family, thus inspiring him to create this film. The wife gives birth to a child named Amber, and as Amber grows up, her father builds a business of a convenience store to help attract other fire people of snacks and food that they miss from their hometown. I'm actually surprised Disney didn't go woke with this film and allow the common stereotype of immigrant owners working in convenience stores. And as time passes by, more and more fire people begin to immigrate and live here at Firetown. And Amber works at the shop for the cheap child labor, the common Asian practice. As we see tension between water and fire people, and once Amber finds out they're ruining the products, she rages and kicks them out. As Amber grows up, we find that when facing difficult customers, she shows them who's daddy and displays some anger issues.
Is this gluten-free? Why can't you vegans just eat some chicken?
Her father then tells her once she controls her anger issues, she can then take over the store. Oh, and Amber's mom's a love guru. Have some jizz on your face. The place Amber lives is called Firetown, like Chinatown. As the film doesn't even hide it's about Asians with references to Hot Pot, and that Amber's voice actress is literally an Asian. I wonder how many kids would try actually drinking lighter fluid from watching the scene. As Amber's dad's now getting old and thinking of retirement, he asks Amber to be in charge of the shop tomorrow for the Red Dot sale. She then gets super excited, prepares the shop, and gets ready to get triggered.
Yeah, I will kill you.
With more and more people acting as Karens wanting coupons and refunds. Amber can't hold it in and lets out her rage. Which then bursts the pipes and floods the store. We're then introduced to the water boy Wade,
who's built like the daddy but acts like a baby.
Turns out he's a city inspector and writes a ticket for the shop having no permanent faulty pipes. Amber tries to steal the report as it will lead her dad's store getting shut down if the report reaches City Hall, so she chases Wade. Nah, but what's crazy is she deadass just left the store with no one else running it despite all the customers still inside. And although she tried, when you try your best but you don't succeed. Amber then gets sad saying it was her dad's dream, so bro feels bad and tries to help her out. But Amber loses her temper, and her dad's shop is processed to shut down. When Amber gets back, her dad is fixing her mess. And to avoid getting in trouble, Amber lies and blames the water boy for bursting the pipe, as this only fuels her dad's hatred towards water people even more. Amber then finds out her dad left his homeland Fireland due to a storm that destroyed everything and thus left for a better life. With Amber feeling terrible, she meets Wade again to talk to his boss. But upon meeting the boss gets mad at Amber because she said she looks like Lizzo. With the team losing, Wade then gets a crowd to encourage and cheer for a player who then goes ahead and wins the game. Everyone cheers, and the boss is now in a good mood, so she gives a deadline to Amber and says the shop won't shut down if she can track where the water leak was coming from. Amber is happy, spends bonding time with Wade as both start developing feelings. She then shares the time she wanted to see a vivid stereo flower but felt prejudiced because of her element. The film uses dialogue such as "Go back to Fireland," clearly implying prejudice towards immigrants was quite bad back then than it is now. Wade then cries hearing Amber's pain, and they discover the leak was caused by a hole in the dam, so Amber and Wade then work together to successfully close the hole with sandbags. Wade then asks out Amber on a date, and they end up going to the movies together, which means I guess they're dating.
Oh my gosh, they're dating. Yes, bro's got that crying riz.
Wait, the movie's called Prejudice? What? But it seemed wherever Amber went in the city, her element was seen as a burden as if she didn't belong. But Wade continues to adore her. I believe Wade represents the people who still appreciate others regardless of their appearance and that there are still good people out there. Or bro just has a fire Asian fetish.
You like the Asian what boy, huh? You like the Kung Pao chicken teriyaki sauce?
And when other people are seen dancing, Amber's hesitant of touching Wade as she believes fire and water cannot match. It then turns out the sandbag did not hold the water, which results in another pipe leak at Amber's. Wade then comes over to tell her about it, only to get caught by her dad and lies saying he's a food inspector. So the dad puts him to the test, so bro eats his food and explodes. Man, he really wants Amber's
fire fussy.
When finding out Amber's talented at making glass, she then covers the hole with the glass she creates as it completely blocks the water from leaking. They celebrate, and Wade then brings Amber to meet his family, as we see the social hierarchy difference that Wade comes from a well-off family. And during dinner we hear subtle covert racism from Wade's father.
I just have to say that you speak so well and clear.
Implying immigrants shouldn't be able to articulate themselves, which is in and of itself condescending.
They want us to talk like this, la. Oh, let me do your taxes. Oh, yeah.
Someone then breaks the glass and Amber fixes it by making an even better one.
I'm good at this because I'm used to the child labor.
Wade's boss calls him and loves the glass, meaning Amber's dad's store won't be shut down. Wade's mom then casually offers Amber a job at the best glass making firm that's looking for an intern, which is another shocking truth I'm surprised in a Disney film that having connections and networking is actually a very privileged way people can get jobs in high positions. And just like that, she gets a high-paying job that will change her life. Wade is super happy for her, but Amber gets mad as she realizes she doesn't want to take over her dad's store, feeling trapped and obligated to follow her dad's dream and does what he wants rather than what she wants. Amber's mom then finds out she's dating a water boy and makes them do a love matching test to prove they don't belong together. But Wade comes in clutch and turns out they're